Yeah, I'm nearly on the ground.
What is it that you see?
A marketplace.
Marketplace, okay. What is going on in the marketplace?
There's stuff being sold and the trade is trading and it's like I'm in the Aladdin movie.
Okay. And can you tell me what kind of people you see there?
They're all wearing robes and turbans on their heads.
Okay.
And the ladies have their faces covered.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a place where there are Muslims or
Okay. And what are you doing there?
um I'm just watching them.
You're just watching. I want you to look down at your feet. How do your feet look like?
I'm wearing some pointed shoes
Mm-hmm. Very good.
and I'm actually dressed up like Jasmine.
You're dressed up like Jasmine. Okay. Very good. So tell me what happens next. What are you doing now?
I've covered myself and I'm walking through the town
Mm-hmm.
and just admiring what I can see because I've finally come out of the palace and I feel free.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you come out of the palace, you feel free. And what is the reason that you came out of the palace? Were you tied up there, or were you not allowed to get out?
I wasn't allowed to get out and I felt as if I was behind those four walls. I wanted to see the life outside the four walls.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wanted freedom
Okay. And now that you have got it, how are you feeling?
on top of the world. But
Okay.
I'm also scared that if somebody finds out who I am, then I'm going to be taken back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So are you there by yourself, wandering the streets?
Yes,
Okay. There's no one else with you.
no,
Okay. So what do you do next?
I'm just walking.
Mm-hmm.
But then I can also see somebody looking at me on the side. And every time I keep on, like when I turn my face, this person just disappears.
Mm-hmm. So they're almost like they're following you.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do you do then?
I try and play hide and seek with him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So when he's not looking, I have hidden away
Mm-hmm.
and I try and see whether he's seen me or not. And then when I turn at the back, I put that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
then I get scared. And then he puts his hand on my mouth and he says, "Keep quiet. I'm your friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I know who you are. And I know why you've come out. So let me just walk around with you
Mm-hmm.
and let's have a little bit of fun." And I said, "Okay, but you need to promise me that you're not going to tell anyone that."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Okay, I won't tell anyone." So we start walking
Mm-hmm.
and we're just going through the streets, walking, and I'm admiring whatever the traders are selling on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just keep walking, walking, walking until we came out of the town
Mm-hmm.
and we're near the lake.
Okay.
And he tells me, "I want to show you something, so sit down."
Mm-hmm.
So I said, "What do you have to show me?" And
Mm-hmm.
he said, "Sit down by the edge of the lake." I said, "Okay."
Mm-hmm.
And then he tells me to look inside the lake. And then he tells me, "What do you see?"
Mm-hmm.
And then I tell him that I see my reflection.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, what else do you see? And then I say, I see you and the monkey, the reflection of both of you.
Mm-hmm.
He said, what else can you see? And I said, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, can't you see the ripples in the water?
Mm-hmm.
But you see that when there are ripples in the water, your face does not look the same.
Mm-hmm.
I said, no. And then I looked at myself again, and what he actually did say is actually true. There are ripples, and my face keeps on changing.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, do you want to know something interesting? I said, what? He goes, this is how your life is. Your life never stays the same.
Mm-hmm. Keeps on changing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I just sit there quiet, just looking at that reflection.
Mm-hmm.
And he sits quiet and keeps looking at the reflection.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you do next?
I don't want to get up from that.
Mm-hmm. So we have now moved forward to an important day. What is happening? What do you see?
So I go back to the palace. I'm inside the palace.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have courage. I didn't have confidence before now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm speaking to the king, who's my father,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm telling him that Dad, I found a life partner.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes to me, you're not allowed to find your own life partner. You marry who I tell you to.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, no, this is my choice, my life, and I will marry who I think is suitable for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I introduced him to my dad,
Mm-hmm.
the king. And he says, this guy is a beggar. He is not fit to be your husband.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but he showed me who I really am beyond these four walls. He showed me I'm a person. I have feelings. I have a life beyond these four walls.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who showed me who I truly am.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the one I want to marry.
Okay. And then what happens? What does the king say?
He becomes angry
Mm-hmm.
and he said, okay, if you want to marry this boy on one condition, that
Mm-hmm.
he lives inside the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell him that that's not possible because I don't want him to get trapped like the way I've been trapped for all these years.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes to me that you have to understand you're the princess. And I said, I don't want to be the princess. I want to live a life of freedom. And as long as I'm a princess, I won't be able to have that life.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says that if that's what you want, you will no longer remain a princess. And I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that he'll cut off relationships with me. And I said, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he said, okay, then, if that's the case, go ahead and do whatever you need to do and want to do. And that's it. Our relationship ends here.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk out
Mm-hmm.
and we get married.
Okay. So we have now moved forward to an important day. What is happening? What do you see in that life?
I see a totally different part of life, which I've never seen inside the palace.
Mm-hmm.
I see a life of poverty. I see us struggling for food. I see us not financially that well off.
Mm-hmm.
Have to work hard to get whatever we want.
Mm-hmm.
It's struggling. But the thing is that we both love each other. We
Mm-hmm.
both understand one another. We both respect one another. We're very patient, but there's something missing in my life. I'm not happy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because I was so used to all the materialistic things in the palace, and now I don't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find a way of how I can make things better, our lives better for the both of us,
Mm-hmm.
and live at least a better life than what we are, instead of going into struggle.
Mm-hmm. So even if you've got all the love, you're still not happy.
No,
Mm. Okay. So what is it that you do?
I find a way in which I can work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to look for a way that I can work and I can start earning some money. And I'm trying to look for a way where I can help start working as well and start becoming financially independent. But he just seems to be so happy in this comfort zone of his, where he's okay stealing food and, us just sleeping anywhere and everywhere. But I'm not happy with that. I want security. I want a place I can call home and not be running all the time. I want stability in my life. I want to feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way I can do it is by working and trying to convince to work as well, because he's meant to be a provider.
Mm-hmm. So does that happen? Do you start working and does he start working too?
He doesn't as yet. I do start, and I start becoming a breadwinner. Obviously, for me, it's a lot of burden because I have to be both the man and the woman
Mm-hmm.
while he's not taking life seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, the question I ask myself is, did I make a mistake?
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what is the answer that comes to you?
Yes
Mm-hmm.
and no, both.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do?
I sit him down
Mm-hmm.
and I tell him that, you know what, you've got to earn the money. Don't expect me to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't, tell me now so that I can start a life of my own away from you. If you want us to be together and you want us to be happy, you've also got to do your bit in this relationship. You can't just drop everything on me. It's becoming a burden on me.
Mm-hmm. 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 What does he say?
No answer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We've now moved forward to an important day. What is happening? What do you see?
I have my family around me.
Mm-hmm.
We have our firstborn child,
Mm-hmm.
and he's still the same. He hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm. So you've gone back to.
And no, our relationships have become better with me and my family.
Mm-hmm.
So they're very happy to welcome, my father's very happy to welcome his first grandson.
Mm-hmm.
So there's rejoicing. So we're back in the town.
Mm-hmm.
There's rejoicing. I'm staying with my dad,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole town is really happy,
Mm-hmm.
except for me,
Okay. Why is it that you're not happy?
because he's still the same. He hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what happens next?
I tell him that I can't do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about time we separated, and I will look after my firstborn child, who's a boy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll move on in my life with him, and he can continue living in poverty. I'm not ready for that sort of life. I want to grow. I want to change. I want things to be better for me, and I can't live such a life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what does he say to you?
He said, "It's fine. You know, I can't change. This is who I am, and I'm going to remain this way." And we bid farewell, and he leaves while I remain my
Mm-hmm.
dad's palace, and I stay with my son.
Okay. Okay. On forward to the last day of your life in that lifetime you're watching. What is happening? What do you see?
Well, my husband's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
He's watching over my dead body.
Mm-hmm.
My son is there.
Mm-hmm. Are you in the palace?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a lot of regrets in his life.
Mm-hmm.
And he is still a nobody. And he looks at my son and he tells my son, "I'm really sorry that I wasn't there for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wish I would have listened to your mom
Mm-hmm.
when she kept on telling me to work and, you know, that I was a provider, become a breadwinner, grow, change, do something in my life."
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't do anything, and I have nothing to leave behind for you.
Mm-hmm.
And your mom was something else. You know, she brought you up on her own,
Mm-hmm.
and she's left an amazing legacy behind for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And as you look at that life, what did you learn from it?
And you can't change anyone.
Mm-hmm.
You are the creator of your own destiny.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you whether you can make your life a great life.
Mm-hmm.
But also, when somebody is telling you something, try and look at it from their perspective as to why they're saying what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Don't always stick to your perspective all the time.
Okay.
I could see a lot of sadness in my son's eyes
Mm-hmm.
because though it, him and I were together,
Mm-hmm.
he still missed out on having a father.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of loneliness, a lot of sadness in his eyes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what do you think the purpose of that lifetime was?
To experience
Mm-hmm.
both, um, both sides of life.
Mm-hmm.
living in extreme luxury and living in extreme poverty. But the importance of relationships is what I learned, how important they were. Because the other thing was that when I died,
Mm-hmm.
there was a very strong part of me which was lonely and sad as well.
Mm-hmm.
That I could not make things right between me and my husband
Mm-hmm.
before I died. So there were a lot of regrets as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I know the subconscious could have brought forth many different lifetimes for Mira to see today, but you chose to bring forward this life for her to see. Why did you pick this lifetime? Is it because her lifetime now is similar to that life and she had lessons to learn in order to improve this life?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Also, I want you now to scan Mira's body for any other blockages that she might have. If you could scan her chakras or her body and see if there is any blockages. Are you able to do that for me? Okay, thank you. What chakras are blocked?
Throat,
The throat. Mm-hmm.
heart,
Your heart. Mm-hmm.
the solar plexus and sacral.
Solar plexus and sacral too. Okay. What about her root?
It was, but it's open now.
It's open now. Okay. It's because of what we did today.
That and also the meditation she does.
Okay. Wonderful. And have you got a message for Mira?
Believe in yourself. You can turn things around. Don't feel helpless. You're strong enough. You've been strong till now. You can conquer this. You have the ability to. Just have confidence in yourself and who you are.
Wonderful. Have you got a message for me?
You're doing an amazing job. You have the ability to help her. You're helping so many young people. Maybe she can try and speak to her husband to speak to you.
Okay. Thank you for that. And is there anything else, or are we done? Okay. Feeling wonderful all over. How are you feeling?
A bit woozy.
Yeah, it will take a time. It will take some time. Do you know what the time is?
No, can't see. Oh, wow. Okay.
Nearly 3 o'clock your time, 12 o'clock my time. Well, sorry, 2 o'clock your
2
time.
o'clock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 o'clock and 12 o'clock my time. Yeah. So a lot of it came up. Do you remember?
I mean, right now I've forgotten. I don't even remember right now what had happened.
Fantastic, fantastic.